folks, we are out of the blind. We are heading toward our hog. So, Mrs. Rice, yes.
Let's add sprinkle a little brown sugar in there with it. Stir all this together.
You know, there's nothing better than taking kids fishing. It's been a beautiful, beautiful morning. Welcome to A Sportsman's Life. We're so glad you tuned in to join us for another exciting real-world outdoor adventure right here on A Sportsman's Life. All right, folks, we're making our way to the blind. See if we can't get on a hog tonight. Got my partner in crime next to me, my lovely wife Demi, and we are gonna go have some fun. So I'll go set up with this 30-30 and maybe we'll make something happen. All right, hang tight. All right, folks, we're getting situated here. We are in the blind and waiting on hogs. Demi's getting all sighted in here, so we're ready to go. All right, folks, well, that happened quick. As you saw, we had two come sneaking on in. And Demi Rice put the smack down on one. Nice shot, babe.
Should I shoot again?
No, I think you hit him good, babe. He's expiring. Well done. I was looking the other way and all of a sudden you're tapping me. I'm like, oh, there's hogs.
Alright. Head's down.
Head's down. That was exciting, wasn't it?
Yeah. Was that two sows or two boars? I couldn't tell.
You know, I don't know. It looks like that might have been two boars. It was hard to tell. But good looking hogs.
Yeah.
Boy, you drilled that one.
Oh, I went for the neck this time.
Did you go for the neck? Okay. Yeah, that's about a 45-yard shot. So, folks, he is down and he is muddy. So,
Oh yeah, he's in love.
you asked me earlier why I got the buggy out. We got a hog.
You gotta bring the hose too.
Yeah, bring the hose. Yeah. Well, we got some daylight yet, so shall we mosey over and take a peek at him?
Sure.
All right. Congratulations, dear. Well, folks, we are out of the blind, and we are heading toward our hog. So, Mrs. Rice, yes, she connected. We got one muddy old little buddy over here. You came right in that trail right there. Both of them did. Look at that.
That's hilarious. I thought he was bigger than that.
That's a young boar.
Sorry, dude.
He put the smack down on him. Look at that.
It's bleeding everywhere.
Okay, folks. Well, there you have it. A hog hunt here at the Buck and Bass Ranch, and my wife got it done tonight. She's bringing home the bacon. We're gonna get this bad boy on the smoker. So look out. We got to get some mud off of him first. So. All right, we're going to head back, we're going to get the buggy, and we'll come get this guy. What a fun night. Didn't I tell you I had a good feeling?
Mm-hmm.
We were sitting out there, I said, this hasn't been hunted in a while, it's been quiet, and oh my gosh, what a good time. So we've got some work ahead of us. We're going to get this thing butchered up, and we'll be out here for the weekend, and you know what we'll be putting on the smoker. This guy's going on the smoker. So got the kids coming out, we're going to have some fun, and we're going to eat well. So until next week, folks, we want to thank you for joining us here on A Sportsman's Life, and as always, be safe in the outdoors.
Brought to you by Dallas Safari Club, Conservation, Education, and Hunter Advocacy. Hornaday, accurate, deadly, dependable. Taurus Firearms, maker of the Raging Hunter. Stealth Vision, high-tech precision-driven equipment tailored for the modern hunter.
Folks, it's Luke Clayton, and it's time for a little quick cooking recipe, if you will. Let's make some chipotle peppers. Now, I'm going to actually serve as your cameraman and do a little descriptive video on how to make chipotle peppers. Chipotle peppers are nothing more than jalapenos smoked, like these. These are just green jalapenos, and I'll also put some serrano peppers in the mix. And I'm thinking about maybe making a blend of the two peppers, but we're going to put them in the Smoking Tex electric smoker, and we're going to smoke them about 8 hours at about 175 degrees with some pecan wood. So let's load them up in the smoker. Now this makes some awesome seasoning for soup, stews, guisadas, anything like that that you want to cook. And I basically just smoke them, and I put them in a plastic bag, put them in the refrigerator, chill them down, then I put them in the freezer, and bingo, you've got to have chipotle peppers whenever you need them. So let's load them up and start them smoking. What do you say? So we're going to put them on the top rack here of our Smoking Tex. And I have the thermostat set at actually about 200. I'm going to cut that down to about 175. And then we're going to let our peppers go about 7 or 8 hours, real slow. They should have a smoky flavor. So we'll show you the finished product here in a few hours. Well, friends, here are our smoked peppers. Some of them are a little moist, most of them are really dry. You can tell by looking at, well, for this one right here, the little smaller one, it's a little drier than these, but they're all very, very flavorful, and they're excellent in just about any kind of Mexican recipe that you want to make. I think while we're in the filming mode, I'm going to show you a bean recipe, and these peppers are probably about 2 or 3 of these peppers chopped up are a key ingredient to the very best beans that I've ever eaten. We're going to put some garlic, onion, and a little barbecue sauce. I'm going to show you an easy way to make camp barbecue beans, if you will, that I think you're going to really enjoy. So be ashamed not to put some of these fresh chipotles to work. Let's do just that. Well, folks, it is your old buddy Luke Clayton, and as promised, we're going to put these chipotle peppers to some very good use. Now, we're going to make some camp beans, and this is not a complicated recipe. But I'll tell you, it's as good a beans, probably the best beans that I've ever eaten. And it's real simple. We're going to use just some regular old pork and beans. As long as you use the navy beans, the small white beans, this will be an excellent dish. But we're going to combine the garlic, and well, I'll tell you what we'll do. I'll give you a close-up of the different ingredients. Now you can make this just as well out of boiled navy beans. I've actually made this recipe before and pressure cooked it. You know, I have the little sausage in it too, so it's actually beans with sausage. But I've seasoned it up really good and pressure cooked it and canned it. Really good on a camp meal, but it's so easy to make. But after you try it with this garlic and the chipotle peppers and the sausages, the barbecue sauce, I think you're going to really like it. So let me go through the process here with you. It's real simple. You've probably already figured it out if you can see these ingredients in front of me. But we're going to walk you through the different parts and then let you try this at home or at camp. I think you'll really enjoy it. So folks, obviously you can make as much of this or as little as you like. We're going to make a couple of cans of the beans and smoked sausages. This will feed, oh gosh, this with all the ingredients would probably feed, I'm going to say 4 people, 4 hungry people. So let's start off with the beans. Now if you don't want to boil your navy beans, you can just any kind of canned bean. As long as it's a small white bean, you'll be fine. Garlic is a primary ingredient in this recipe, and I'm going to put probably about 6 of these little garlic cloves in there. Chop them up. Chipotle peppers that you watched me make, we're going to take about 3 of these, chop them up. We're going to chop up some of this. This is made by Kubi's. It's called I think it's called their snack sticks, but any kind of sausage that you've got, smoked sausage will be good. This smoked sausage with the smoked peppers, really going to add a lot of flavor to it. So basically, let's just chop up our peppers. You don't need to watch me do that. You know how to chop peppers. Chop the onion up and chop the garlic about. Now I'm not going to use all this garlic. I'm going to use about 5 or 6 cloves of garlic. And then we're going to need a little bit of barbecue sauce in this. I'm going to use I'm going to estimate, 1/4 of a cup of Best of Texas barbecue sauce. There's a little bit of a smoky flavor and a little heat will be added to this. By the way, folks, there is no better barbecue sauce than Best of Texas. Okay, so let me start chopping. You don't have to watch me do that, and then we'll combine it all in the skillet. Okay, my friends, we have simmered all our vegetables and the garlic and everything, and I wish you could smell this. Those chipotle peppers all chopped up in this, and the garlic and the onion combined. I think I could eat this right out of the skillet. But that's not what we're going to do. Let's add our beans. A couple of cans. Let's put in 2 cans of these pork and beans. And you remember I told you we needed to put some brown sugar. Let's do that. Let's sprinkle a little brown sugar in there with it. Stir all this together. And what am I missing? Some barbecue sauce. Best of Texas barbecue sauce. Let's put about, a couple of tablespoons of barbecue sauce. Telling you folks, there is no better barbecue sauce than this. Let's sprinkle 1 more in. Stir. I like to add ingredients and then stir. You can see all those peppers and onions in there. What am I forgetting? I don't think anything. What I'll do now is add a little water to this. And this is going to be way more than pork and beans, folks. Let's put some water on it, put it on the burner and let it simmer for about 30 minutes, making sure not to scorch anything. And then we'll come back and you and I can eat some of the best beans you've ever tasted. Well, maybe just I can eat them, but you can make your own. Pretty dang simple. Okay, my friends, here is the finished product. You can see those bits of sausage, smoked sausage cooked in there. See those pieces of chipotle that we made a little bit earlier? Now, if you want to make this, and if you're into canning, you can buy some navy beans, little navy beans, and, pressure cook them and make all this ingredients, use the same ingredients, but you can put it all together and can it in jars. I don't know, I just kind of like the process of making this, and I certainly like the process of eating it. So let's spoon up a little bit of this. A little for me, and a little for you. I wish you were here to enjoy this with me. Now let's have some lunch, what do you say? Now let's get back to the show. There is no telling what is coming up next.
A Sportsman's Life is also brought to you by Mossberg, American Built, American Strong, The YO Steakhouse, Catch and Release Apparel, AGM Global Vision, your go-to for thermal hunting scopes and spotters, Pyramid Air, your one-stop shop for everything air guns.
Good morning, sports fans. Bill Carey with Striper Express with your fishing tip this week on A Sportsman's Life. I'm going to give you a quick spiel of what I say on the telephone. We provide all tackle. We fish for 5 hours and we clean your catch. We don't watch the clock and we sure don't leave biting fish. Now, you bring your own snacks, drinks, and the $12 license. No glass, please. That's what I'm talking about this week. Glass, for all the right reasons, doesn't need to be in a boat on the water. Second, I ask people not to bring sunflower seeds. We have a bilge pump in every boat, and if you don't know what that is, that's how we dump water if you get in a situation where you're taking on water. Heavy duty, safety feature, bilge pumps. They get stopped up by sunflower seeds. So I say, please no sunflower seeds. But you know, that's what safety's all about. No glass, a good bilge pump that runs, and there's your fishing tip this week on A Sportsman's Life. I'm Bill Carey. Go catch a fish.
If you're looking for the best way to bring game to the table, check out Vineyard Max Deer Products at vineyardmax.net or find them on Instagram and Facebook.
Well, we're down here on the creek, and I've got my granddaughter.
Some hogs.
Did you see something?
Yeah.
What'd you see?
I saw hogs.
She saw hogs. We did. We just got down to the creek. Little granddaughter time, and we're just gonna see what we can catch. She just asked me. She says, "What is that, Grandpa?" And I said, "That, my dear, is a Vineyard Max feeder." So we use those. We bring in catfish, and great place to catch. You seen the bobber go down?
No, it's under here.
Oh, it's floated by. All right, well, I better cut this short. Stay tuned. Hopefully we'll catch a few fish with our Vineyard Max feeder and Miss Ellie. A little punch bait on there. See if we can't catch one or two.
Puppy, look at those things. What are those, tadpoles?
Oh, they're beetle. Oh, I see. Yeah, those are minnows. There's some minnows swimming in there. Those are pretty cool, huh?
Oh, I have a fish book and it has catfish and those things we just saw.
Yeah. Your book probably got a lot of different species. Well, nothing on the bobber yet, huh?
And tadpoles.
Well, at least we have a beautiful morning here on the creek with Miss Ellie.
I want another video. Are you getting another video?
Yeah. Of course. All right, why don't you sit in your chair? Yep, assume the position. All right, let's get this bait in the water. You know, there's nothing better than taking kids fishing. It's been a beautiful, beautiful morning.
Shoot.
We have not got a fish yet, but we are hopeful, right, Ellie?
Not yet.
We are hopeful. Yeah, fun to get out here and do this stuff.
And we saw hogs.
Yeah, that's a bonus to get to see hogs. We didn't get them on video. I had my camera in my pocket and they came running by, but anyway. All right, back to fishing. What do you think of this fishing stuff?
Yes.
Kind of slow today, isn't it? No fish yet, but we've had a lot of fun.
Can the beavers swim?
Yeah, beavers swim through here. I've seen river otters in here, turtles. You'll see snakes. There's fish in here. There's all sorts of animals here at the creek.
Snakes can swim.
Snakes can swim very, very well. I've seen lots of snakes swimming in this creek. Well, we're gonna give her 15 more minutes, but we're having fun.
I don't get any fish.
You know, what have we learned about the creek though? Have you learned anything from our little conversation? Well, we know one thing, there's turtles in here, right?
I'm gonna catch a turtle.
You wanna catch a turtle? There's fish in here, snakes, river otters. The list goes on. Birds, lots of birds in here. Right now, though, there's no fish. So, 15 more minutes, and we'll head back to camp and see what the girls are doing up there. Well, we've had some fun here, but I think our time is up. No fish. It's just been one of those days. It's been beautiful down here, but you know what? It's the experience getting out, doing this stuff with kids, grandkids, whatever. We've had fun, haven't we?
I want to try again.
You want to do it again? Later? This afternoon? I guess we'll be back fishing. Stay tuned. All right, maybe we'll see hogs on the way back, huh?
Yes, I love hogs.
They're cool.
You get a gun so you can shoot it.
All right, let's load it. Let's pick them up and head back, huh?
Folks, this segment was brought to us by Gearhead Archery, Smoke and Tex Electric Smokers, Snaplock Hunting Blinds, YO Ranch Headquarters, Ultramatic Feeders, and Catfish Pro. Tune in next week for some more real-world outdoor adventures right here on A Sportsman's Life.